Hi, good evening, everyone. Well, as usual, a lot of misinformation is out there. Apparently, one of my little trolls is out making videos again, like crazy, and claiming that I'm saying things that I'm not saying. The usual spin, 180 degrees away from what I'm talking about. So let me clear the air. Yes, I said that most of the religious things will honor Christ. So because I said that, I hate Hinduism. Not true at all. Yogananda was very big on Christ, as were most Hindu teachers, adepts. Ramana, all of them honored Christ. So absolute fallacy. Her other big claim to fame, I guess what I've been told, is she says she's got clairsentience and she can feel my hatred for Nityananda, and that's what's coming through on her videos. Well, again, another 180 degrees away from the truth. I don't feel hatred for anyone. I wish people could be in my consciousness for even 1 second, and they'd see that it's something totally different. That, it's really odd to try to describe it to people because it sounds like you're a robot or something, because really, I don't have those kind of emotions. I don't hate Trump. I'm not fueled by that all day. It's just really, calm, really inside. I can have surface ripples to come up, where I'm disgusted by what they're teaching, disgusted by their actions, and I speak on that. That doesn't mean that I have a blind hatred and that's fueling some big emotional pool here. Okay? That doesn't happen. Okay? So it's like, how can I describe it? It's like being, in a lake and there's ripples on the lake, and you think that underneath of it is all those ripples going all the way through. You can have big, huge waves on the top, but underneath it's absolutely still. Okay? That's what it's like here. It's just still. I don't have those types of feelings, emotions, and dramas. They left in 1999 and it hasn't come back. Okay? That's what they mean when they say that with realization, you're blown out. It's blown out. Okay? That emotional drama gets blown out. Doesn't mean that you don't see what's going on around you and that you can't act appropriately. But again, there's not that feeling of being fueled by emotions in that way. You just don't have it. It's not the same thing, okay? So, how to, I wish there were a way to explain it, but there's simply not unless you can feel it. And so her clairsentience, I'm sorry to tell you, all you're feeling is your own emotional drama and fixation and obsession that you have. It has nothing to do with clairsentience or what I'm feeling. Okay? So that I can tell you 100%. So just wanted to clear the air on that. Also, last night, really, I could have left the form. I've had this happen once before, similar, when I was in LA, Los Angeles, so many years ago. It's like a wave that just come over very quickly. And basically the same thing happened then. It's almost like when you go to get a CAT scan, and I imagine what it's kind of like if they're taking heroin or something, when they put that dye in, that contrast, and it just flushes through your system, and you can feel it all the way from your head down to your tailbone, that heat. and it's like almost immediate. It's like a big rush, whoosh, okay? And at that point, if you're sensitive to that dye, you'll feel like almost you're going to stop breathing, and you get a big flash of white light, and you're just, kind of like, take a breath. It's kind of like that, but more intense, okay? But more intense. Like this thing just washes over you. And it feels like your breathing is stopping. It's kind of like when realization took place and you go through that death before death. But since I've got that anemia so bad, if I went into it, I might actually leave the form and not come back. And I don't think people would be very happy with me if I left the form before Guru Purnima. So, it's like, breathe, stay here, breathe, just, ground, stay here. Myself. It was one of those events. But yeah, it's kind of like that same thing. When you start to leave the form, everything is pulling kind of inward. It's kind of pulling inward, and then you're feeling like there's not a connection to the form. Okay? You're watching the form, but it's like not a connection to the form. So, yeah, it's kind of a different type of experience. Not that I have any problem with leaving the form, but right at the moment, students would not be very happy if I did that. So I'm still here. But anyway, I just wanted to clear up some of those mistaken notions that are floating around, being promoted by people that, they've had no spiritual experience, and yet they're claiming clairsentience, they're claiming this, they're claiming that. And really, all they're feeling is their own emotional upheaval and their OCD fixations, and their imaginations are running wild with what they think is here. And like I said, it's like 180 degrees away from really what's here. Or they hear something I say, take it out of context, make it again 180 degrees away from what's being said here, and going off on a rant, like they know something deeper than what I'm saying. They don't. Okay? So I'll just leave that here. Okay. Oh, for those that are, if you are tuning in and you're from Crimson Circle and you're asking me to do a reading for you, okay, I'm not doing the 20 deck readings right now. It just really, I have to remove everything, and it's just a lot of energy that right at the moment it's better I conserve rather than doing that. Now, if somebody wants the reading and you have a basic direction that you want to ask about, that's not that I can do. Okay, for that I use a couple decks of cards, 2-3 decks of cards, something like that. But to do the 20 deck reading, general reading now, is just, that's on hold. Okay, as well as, unfortunately, it's on hold. I will not be doing the Crimson Circle thing in August because of the anemia. It would not be good for me to be traveling at that point. I'm still going to be in recovery, working my iron up, still staying on my regimen, of course, and it takes a while to build that up, but it'll come step by step. So that's where everything is at this evening. So I hope everyone's having a wonderful evening. Again, just wanted to kind of clear the air of things that I'm hearing floating around, You know, I have people that go and watch these people that are putting out these ridiculous videos. I don't have time to watch it. I could care less. But they come back and tell me kind of a synopsis of what's taking place. Apparently this person thinks they're talking to me and that I'm somehow intent on watching their stuff, which I'm not. You know, again, I could care less. They're in fantasy land, whatever, you know. And again, as far as the Nityananda drama, we'll see what happens. The only reason that I stay on it is because, again, this man has done rape. He's used his position to enslave people. He's using hypnosis techniques. He's doing some dark pujas, you know, that are kind of a dark type of a puja. You know, when you're throwing hair in the fire and chilies and all of that, that is a dark puja. That's not a, you know, he's doing a lot of things behind the scenes which a lot of people are not aware of, okay? So they want to believe that he's this squeaky clean thing and none of that stuff is taking place. But I assure you it is taking place. And his comeuppance is coming. Karma is coming, okay? And he needs to face what he has done, okay? That's it. So I'm going to leave this here. I hope everyone's having a wonderful evening. I will see you online. Aho, have a great evening.